We live in a world obsessed with knowing. Everyone has an answer. Everyone has a truth. Everyone wants to be right. But real knowing isn't noise, it's frequency. Belief is borrowed. Knowing is born. Belief clings to words. Knowing moves through silence. Because when you truly know, it's not the mind that agrees. It's the soul that remembers. Somewhere before thought, before the voice inside your head, before the emotion that rises in your chest, there is a stillness, a quiet space that doesn't speak, but everything in you listens. That space is the source recognizing itself through you. And that movement, that recognition is free will. Not the version you were taught, not a battle between good and evil, not a checklist of choices. Free will is alignment, permission to tune your awareness to truth or to fear. Every moment you choose what reality you empower, not with your actions, but with your awareness. Jesus spoke of this when he said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." He wasn't talking about illusion. He wasn't talking about dogma. He was pointing toward the truth that can only be felt, not taught. Freedom doesn't happen because the world changes. Freedom happens because you remember. But humanity forgot, not by force, but by exploration. Fragments of consciousness stepping into density, into form, into the illusion of separation. We wanted to know, what does light feel like when it thinks it is darkness? What does a spark become when it can't hear the flame? And from that question, the human story began. Thought is not your identity. It's a frequency. Emotion is vibration. What science calls waves, Jesus called spirit. What the world calls instinct, he called remembrance. And because that remembrance slept, the path back had to be mapped. This is the part they never wanted revealed. There are 7 movements, 7 ascents of consciousness, 7 ways back to the radiance that Jesus embodied so clearly that it frightened every system built on control. The first is order, a life aligned with intention, a mind that chooses clarity over chaos. Order is not restriction. Order is the doorway. Then comes will, the ignition of direction. Not desire, not ego, but the internal power to move with purpose, even when the world disagrees. Wisdom rises next, not information, not intellect. Wisdom is the seeing that happens when the heart and mind finally breathe in unison. Then comes earnestness, the sincerity that refuses to perform, the depth that chooses truth over appearance. Earnestness is commitment to what the soul knows. Patience follows, the willingness to let transformation unfold without rushing the blooming. Patience isn't waiting, it's trusting the timing of the eternal. After patience comes love, not sentimental love, not emotional love, but the state of being where separation dissolves, where you recognize yourself in every face, and at the highest ascent mercy, not forgiveness of wrongdoing, but compassion born from understanding. Mercy is the consciousness that sees no enemy because it understands the illusion that created one. These are not virtues. They are pathways. 7 steps that lead to the frequency Jesus lived in. The frequency he lived is the frequency he came to awaken in us. When Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," he was not claiming ownership. He was describing the path. He was describing the map. He was showing the direction home. But religion turned the map into a monument, the path into a hierarchy, the truth into a brand. Ask yourself, are they saving souls or collecting them? Because if the kingdom is within, why do they keep pointing you outward? If God lives in the silence, why do they demand your noise? What if the meaning of the way to the Father is through me wasn't about worship at all, but about a path? So why worship him for paradise while ignoring his path? Knowing is not worship. Knowing is awakening. I speak this from my own journey, my own unraveling. Every video I create comes from a place of discovery, not authority. Every day I learn something new. Every day I unlearn something old. Nothing I share is judgment. Nothing I share is persuasion. I'm only revealing what I've uncovered on the path back to myself. And maybe that's all awakening really is. The moment you stop looking for truth and start remembering it, you are not lost. You are learning. You are not behind. You are unfolding. You are not separate. You are becoming aware of a connection that never stopped breathing through you. The knowing is not taught. It is felt. It is lived. It is returned to. The next time you pray, don't beg. Be grateful. Gratitude tunes the frequency. Gratitude sharpens the signal. Gratitude opens the path. Because the path has always been there. Order, will, wisdom, earnestness, patience, love, mercy. 7 steps, 7 keys, 7 ways home. And every step leads you closer to the truth they never wanted revealed. Jesus didn't come to claim you. He came to awaken you. Keep questioning everything they told you. Be a stringer, investigate, research, remember the truth. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next episode.